Hi, Katie here from Olives and Grapes. We are getting ready for Valentine's Day, but try and think past that. We're going to make a berry coulis this evening, and what we're doing is I've gone ahead and I've cut up some strawberries, and I just tossed a handful of blueberries in there. Now when you make this, you're going to do a big bowl, so I used about a pint of blueberries and a pound, like a 1 pound box of strawberries. And also you're going to need 1 apple. So cut up the strawberries, throw the blueberries in a bowl, and also, so then you're going to take about a handful of them out and you're just going to set them aside. And to that you're going to add your apples and everything. Now a coulis is typically either pureed, so you can put it over meats and fish and chicken. I like to leave it a little bit chunky. I like to use it when I'm doing desserts. I like it over pancakes. It's really good over waffles. You can put it in if you're doing a Sunday brunch, if you're doing champagne, if you're doing mimosas or anything like that. Sometimes you'll float a strawberry in the glass. You can add the coulis to that as well. So we're going to use our cinnamon pear balsamic, our dark chocolate balsamic, and ironically enough, we're going to use our butter infused olive oil. So let's get started. Okay, so I've gone ahead, we're going to emulsify like we always talk about. We're going to go ahead and use our butter infused olive oil. So I'm just going to pour a little bit into this small bowl. And again, you just want to put in enough to hit the blade on your immersion blender. So go ahead and add that in there. And then I've gone ahead and I've blended the cinnamon pear with a little bit of the dark chocolate balsamic. Now, for breakfast in the morning, I like to just take an apple and I drizzle a little bit of the buttered oil on it. I like to just cut up an apple, pour a little cinnamon pear on it. I put it in the microwave and cook it for about 2 seconds. It just makes for a really nice breakfast. So, think about that as well. So again, you can see how nice and creamy the balsamic and the olive oil gets. I really like the buttered infused olive oil. Kind of think like pancakes. When you make your pancakes, you put a little butter on your pancake and then you drizzle the syrup over the top of it. That silky, sensation that you get. It's kind of what you get when you use the buttered infused olive oil with any of the balsamic. It kind of gives you that sensation. So I like this a lot for the coulis, and I really like the cinnamon pear as well. It goes really nicely with the strawberries and all that good stuff. So we're going to add that emulsion that we just did to the berries. And then to this, I'm going to add just about 1/4 cup or so of orange juice. Now, the other thing that you'll notice that's different about this recipe from ones that you'll find on the web or anything like that is a lot of times they add a lot of sugar in addition to the balsamic and the orange juice. You'll notice I'm not adding any sugar at all. We pride ourselves with our balsamics that they are a natural product. No additional sugars added. So the sugar from the balsamic comes from the sweetening or the aging process. So, most of the balsamics, our dark balsamics, are aged 12 to 18 years. So they're quite honestly sweet enough. So you're going to put a lid on this and you're going to put this in the refrigerator. If you can do it overnight, the better. But if you just do it in the morning and then make the coulis, finish it off in the evening, that works as well. But if you can let it sit for 24 hours, that's the better way to go. Okay, and then remember we had another bowl that I went ahead and I just put about a handful of the berries and the strawberries and the apple. And you're going to put this in another bowl. And I'm going to take our apple pie spice blend and I'm going to sprinkle this on those berries and that apple. Now you've added the balsamic and the olive oil blend to this as well. Now you can do one of two things. Cook it on the stove. You're going to break it down so it gets really thick, like a syrup would get. Or you can do it in the microwave. I find in the microwave, I do it in intervals, kind of put it in for about 2 minutes, take it out, stir it around a little bit, put it back in, and I just keep doing that. It probably takes total about maybe 10 minutes or so, but you want to just kind of keep an eye on it. Now, after you're done doing that, when you take it out of the microwave and you've done that, it's going to look like this. And you can see how thick that's gotten. Now, so I'm going to add this to big bowl of berries and blueberries, the strawberries and the blueberries, and I'm going to put this back in the refrigerator for a little bit. The reason I've done that is because I want the sugars to come out in the balsamic, and of course it adds a little bit of thickness to it as well. So you're just going to go ahead and put this back in the refrigerator and just let it macerate. Like I said, the longer you let it go, the better. So overnight is ideal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, like I said, if you want to puree your berries, you certainly can do that. It just depends on how you're going to use it and how it's going to be applied. Regardless whether I'm putting it on fish or not, I like mine to be kind of chunky, almost like a salsa kind of texture. So what I'm going to do though is I've taken out a lot of the blueberries. This is sat now overnight. I've taken out a lot of the blueberries and just a handful of the strawberries, and I'm going to use the immersion blender. I'm just going to kind of chunk it up a little bit. So wear an apron. I'm going to add this now back into the bowl with the other berries and everything, and you can tell now this has been sitting for about 24 hours. You can see how nice and thick it's starting to get. So I like to make a bowl of this, and you can use this in your smoothies if you do smoothies in the morning, like I said, with your breakfast, all kinds of uses for it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and plate this up and think Valentine's Day. Something quick, something easy. So we're going to go ahead and put the coulis over the top of the shortcake, over the waffles. And again, like I said, this is a nice share your dessert or your breakfast. And then I put a little vanilla ice cream on top of those brownies. We're going to just put the coulis right over the top. And then certainly you can make your own whipped cream, but we're trying to make this nice and easy. Even the guys can do this. So a little bit of cream. Got to have cream on your waffles, cream on your shortcakes, and here you go. Strawberry. It's all about the strawberries on Valentine's Day. And there you have it. Nice, quick, and easy Sweethearts Day desserts. Now, don't forget the sparkling wine or the sparkling champagne or the champagne, and add your coulis to that as well. Beautiful. Enjoy. Happy Valentine's Day.